Welcome. My name is Andrew Beckwith. I'm the Executive Vice President of the Massachusetts Family Institute, and this is my better half and bride, Karen. We're here to talk to you today about divorce. Author Pat Conroy is noted as saying that each divorce is the death of a small civilization, and it's the youngest members of those civilizations that suffer the most. Statistics show that marriage in America is in trouble. Over the last 40 years of no-fault divorce, the rate of divorce has increased by some 300% to now almost 50% of all marriages. And the number of cohabitating couples has increased 400% to almost 4 million.
It's amazing. Almost 40% of all births now are out of wedlock. And something like 50% of our children are living in single-parent families. That's a 500% increase over the last 40 years. Just think about that. Half of America's children are being raised without a mother or without a father. And even though single parents do an amazing job and they work really hard to raise their children, research has shown that the vast majority of children, if they're raised in a single-parent home, they just do worse. They do worse in every measure of well-being than children who are raised by a mother and a father.
Yeah, I can't imagine raising our 3 children without you and the cooperation and the work together that we do. But like you said, the statistics show boys, for example, I think of our 2, living without a father or mother are much more likely to be convicted of a crime or have run-ins with the law. And children without a father or a mother living with them are 30% more likely to be vulnerable to health problems and are much more likely to be treated for emotional and behavioral problems. What these statistics tell us is that marriage, as the institution that keeps moms and dads together, really matters. And it's not about reaching our individual self-actualization.
Or romance.
It's about raising the next generation and giving them every protection and advantage that we can muster. And honestly, marriage can be difficult. It can be a lot of work. And we know couples that have gotten divorced, and we've seen the impact on them and on their kids, and it breaks our hearts. And part of the problem is that our culture tells us that marriage, like cohabitation, is essentially about emotional fulfillment or the convenience of sharing a home. But it's so much more than a contract. It's commitment for life. And it benefits more than just the children. When you invest yourself in it and you don't bail out when things get difficult, the husband and wife reap the long-term rewards. And all the statistics about financial stability, mental and physical health, and even happiness, well, they bear this out. But I like that idea that I mentioned at the beginning of marriage and family being a tiny civilization, because really marriage and children and families form the building blocks of our entire civilization, and it's worth fighting for.